This is Peppe Badalamenti from Guatemala and LA. He started tuning lenses, which I found very interesting. So I thought we should have a show of what his lenses can do, and he's been gracious enough to come here.
Thank you very much for the introduction and the invitation. I'm very honored to be here among so much talented gentlemen. Namaste. Thank you very much. My first collection, Aurora, was basically a collection that was envisioned to look at the world with a different view, with a different scope, with a different type of magic. So fall off was designed, there was a design of the fall off, it was a beautiful fall off, but clarity in the center, right? So we maintained resolution in the center at the most, reduced a little bit of acutance to have some pleasing skin tones, but it was a more tunnel vision to direct the energy into a more character-driven story, right? Like use of large sensor. Then my next collection, this is when basically the true story of LBX begins. It's a beauty lens-based cosmetic lens, which is very interesting because hopefully we can see the images. Maybe we can get the projecting of the DCP. So beauty lens, how do you make a beauty lens focus lens, which is something really interesting. This is a very interesting story because the lens itself tells a story. It's a lens that is focused on rendering skin tones in a pleasing way with imperfection. Focuses as basically blending the imperfections into perfection. It's a lens that I dedicated to my mother, my ama. It's a lens that tells a story because I said to myself, I need to make something beautiful. I was going through a hard moment at the time. I had vertigo. And my mom, she was very close to me in the moment. And she said to me, you know what? It's all about doing good things and leaving something behind. And it's about being beautiful and leaving and making something beautiful. So I said to myself, okay, this is the moment I need to make my company into a social enterprise. That moment that I decided to share the profits with the poor, that LVX became a social enterprise, the vertigo in my ear went away. So I decided I'm gonna dedicate this collection to my mother. And the collection of the collection of the lenses is Sua'rez, which comes from the old Hispanic Hebrew, Sua'rez, which means the hero who attends the cries for help. So this is my dedication to my mother. Is when I think of my mother, I want to remember her as a memory of beauty, with imperfection. You see here, you see chromatic variation, you see halation, but you see how it all blends in perfectly with the image. And it's almost as if you want to see a dream with clarity, not a foggy dream, but a postal card emblazoned in your heart. That's how you want to remember your mother. And that's how I designed the Sua'rez collection. I decided to myself, okay, I want people to look at these lenses like if they were looking at their mother and their mother is looking at them. Beauty focused, technical aspect, okay. Let's reduce the acutance to the limit. Let's add magenta cast to the diffusion point of the line pairs. Let's keep distortion controlled, because if we don't want to distort reality. Not even in the wide angles, not even in the widest of pictures, we want to distort an image of beauty. We want to keep without overpowering effects. We don't want overpowering optical effects that need to drive the attention to a person. No, we want to focus on beauty. This is a beauty collection. It's focused on beauty. So, you see, Different people, different skin tones, imperfections in the skin, perfectly balanced, because imperfect is perfection. Imperfection is beauty. And this is the concept of the Suarez collection. It is not the search for the most clinical lens. It is not the search of the most classical perfection. Let's have the apochromatic, the obsession with the clinical. No, 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 no. We all work with digital sensors right now. We need something that makes image more organic. Okay, organic. Let's search for the organic. Let's search for the reduction of the contrast in the line pairs. Let's add more warmth to the image with a magenta cast for the skin tones. Let's keep distortion to the minimum. And let's give it meaning. Let's give it soul. Let's have each image be a postal card emblem with soul. So how do we do that? We maintain sharpness. We maintain resolution, bringing enough diffusion to the line pairs that we actually hold some meaning to what really is an image in our heart. This is what Suarez is. So this short film is called El Migrante. It's a curious short film that I shot over a period of 2 days in Los Angeles. I shot it myself with a friend. It's all natural light. I had a couple of lights, but the part of the gym and not much. And it's all full open, T1.5 and T1.3. The collection, the Suarez collection, is T1.3 and T1.5. We have an 85 millimeter that is T1.3, a 50 millimeter that is T1.3, and a 35, a 24, and a 20 right now that you're going to be able to test today that are T1.5. Everything is fully open and it still works. It still maintains resolution. It's an image that has character. If you want to have a more controlled image, you go to T2. And if you want to start having to the point where you want character, enough character, but without going into something, into the cosmetic area, the cosmetic realm, you go to T2.8. So this is what we called in our own language in Guatemala, because of the style of shooting and the necessities of our production, because we don't have so many people in our gear, a Swiss Army lens. What does a Swiss Army lens mean? Okay, you want a more clinical image, go to T4. You lose the character. So you have both basically cosmetic lenses and universal lenses in the same set. This was the concept, something that could be both used for portraits, for beauty shots, for rendering beautiful skin tones, but not also to lose the grasp that we sometimes have to do certain things in the industry that require more depth of field, that require more sharpness, and that require more detail. So this is it. This is basically the introduction, the opening of what I wanted to share with you. It's the images I wanted to share. The mission of LBX is a mission that it's philanthropic in nature. It's about creating stronger bonds within the industry, promoting selflessness, and to participate in helping different charities with different groups of people. We are a company that is based on the idea of collaboration. So we are not here to take away from India. We want to collaborate with India. If we do a lens collection with you, the charity part stays here with you. What matters to you. This is what matters to you. I'm not going to take it to my country. Okay, say for example, we do a collection. I'm just going to use an example with all due respect. Dedicated Hanuman collection. We dedicate it to animals, okay? Say we do, for example, another collection, Lakshmi. We dedicate it to women. We do it with our heart. And I don't come here to take away from your culture. I come here to participate with you, to learn with you, to grow with you, to be part of the industry, not to be an outsider. I come here to work with you, to collaborate with you, and to basically do teamwork together. And I think this is what the world needs. Less individuality, more collaboration work. Because in a moment that the world is a threat with artificial intelligence being misused, abused, where an individual in a computer can do images that can put many works at risk, what we need today is to form change through union, through strength, and unite people from around the world to create a stronger and healthier industry. This is the philosophy of LVX. This is the images we do. Everything we can create for our own purpose. We're working on our IMAX-based 1.3 stretch anamorphic collection. It's a curious collection. It's an anamorphic lens that covers IMAX for large format cinematography. We're working also in a 16 millimeter lens collection dedicated for film cameras because there's a revival of film cameras, specifically working on Super 16 and 16 millimeter. And also we're working on a readaptation, rework of our Tokina collection, which is the Aurora, which with a more stronger character, a more blood passionate, fierce image that is gonna be coming soon. So we are working right now currently on three collections besides the already 3 that we have. And those are the personal collections that LVX is working on. But as we said, I was talking with my dear friend that invited me with so much love. And he really smartly said today, you know what? Every movie should have its own lens set. You know what? I agree. Everything should have its own signature, its own mark. Every DP should look and strive to have its own identity. We should look for originality. We should look for things that makes us distinct, that makes us human, and that really make us shine. This is my idea, and I open the floor to conversation to you.